when we're learning languages, one of the most annoying or frustrating things is trying to remember vocabulary. We see new words that seem very useful, and we want to use those words in a conversation or in writing, but we just can't remember them. So today I want to share with you a way that I have found that helps you to remember words and just not forget them. So before, when I was studying French, I used to hear new words or read new words, and I would write them down in a notebook, and I would even try to look at them again and again, but I would just keep forgetting them. Perhaps you have had a similar experience. So today I want to show you how to use an app called Anki, and I have been using this app to remember words in Japanese, and it's really changed language learning for me. So first, I want to say that Anki is actually not a language learning app. It's just a memorization app. So it's here to help you remember things. So it can be used for anything, but I'm going to show you today how to use it to remember English words, but you could use it for anything. If you're wondering how is this app better than a notebook or than other apps, then I just want to quickly explain how it works. So it's called a spaced repetition system. So that means that you enter the word that you want to remember, or whatever it is that you want to remember, onto a flashcard. And flashcard, is something where you have a question or something you want to remember on one side, then you have an explanation or an answer on the other side. But with these flashcards, they are spaced in time in a way that makes you remember them forever. How it works is it shows you something on the first day. You will see it 2 times, and then it will disappear, and then it will come back the next day, and then it will disappear and it will come back in 3 days, and then it will disappear and it will come back in 1 week. So the space keeps getting bigger until eventually you're checking this card every 3 months or every 6 months. And this way it takes something from your short-term memory and puts it into your long-term memory. So that's just a quick explanation, but while I show you how to use it, you'll also start to understand how it works. So let's have a look. Okay, so over here I've made some sentences that we want to remember, and then over on this side I've opened up Anki. And Anki is free to download. I'm going to put a link for that in the description of the video, so you'll be able to go down there, download it, go through the installation process, and then when you open it up, you'll have something that looks like this on the right. So you can see it's empty because this, like I said, is not a language learning app. It is just to help you remember things. So you can add anything you want, but it means at the beginning it will be empty. There's nothing here. But that's the good thing about Anki, because it means you can learn the words that you want to learn when you want to learn them. So not like something like Duolingo, where it's teaching you words that might be too easy for you or words you just don't care about. With this, you can add the words you want to. So here we can see I have a deck, and a deck means like a pile of cards, because these are flashcards, so it's using the word deck here. And this is called default. If you want to, you can rename it. So we could call it English words. Okay, so now we have a deck called English words, and we want to add some cards to this deck. So we click here to add. Very simple, very obvious. And we need to put something on the front of the card and on the back of the card. And once I've made these, afterwards I'll show you what that looks like. So we're going to make a few. So to show you how to use this, I wrote some sentences myself, but when you do this, I recommend not writing your own sentences, because if you have made a grammar mistake, then you are going to memorize a wrong sentence. So what I recommend doing is when you see a new piece of grammar or a new word, then take the whole sentence that you saw it in. So if it was on a news article or in a podcast, write the whole sentence or copy the whole sentence, and then you're going to have a sentence with correct grammar, and you'll know how to use the vocabulary. So for example, if we want to remember this word, figure out, it's like a phrasal verb. So I can't figure out how to use Anki is our sentence here. I'm going to copy that and put it on the front of the card, and then here on the back we'd put an explanation for figure out. And figure out means to understand something, or to solve something, like a problem, like figure out a problem. So I just got this definition from an online dictionary. You can use I would recommend trying to use an English dictionary, because it will really teach you the meaning of the word. I always use the Japanese dictionary when studying Japanese. If that's too difficult, you can use a translation, but I really recommend, as much as possible, try to just use English when you're learning English, so you really understand what the word means. Okay, so here we have front and we have a back, and then we just add the card. So that's one card added now, that's in our deck. So let's just add a couple more here. So then we have a few that I can show you an example of. So here I've put, I wish I could memorize everything more easily. So then if memorize is our new word, and then we have a definition for it here. Commit to memory. So memorize means to go through some kind of practice to make sure you can remember something. So added that card there. And this last one, easy natural English is amazing. I wonder who said that. So what does amazing mean? We've got the definition here. Causing great surprise or wonder, astonishing. So just wow, amazing. Easy natural English is so good. I wonder who wrote these sentences. So here we've got our third card. So we add that and it's done. So now you can see here we've got this box, and we have to tell it when we're finished. So we're finished, thank you very much. Close this box, not the main box, but just this one where we were adding words. Close that. And now in our first deck, this English words, you can see here we have 3 new cards. And when a card is new, it will be blue. So that means that we haven't seen these words yet, because we just added them. So let's have a look what it looks like. So we open it up, it says study now, click study now. And here we have the front of one of our cards. So I can't figure out how to use Anki. And then you ask yourself, do I understand this? Yes, I understand. I remember. Figure out means to solve something or to understand something. So we click here, show answer. To understand or solve something. Yes, we got it right. So this one, you could put good and it would show us again in 10 minutes. Or if we completely fail, we could set it back to show us immediately. Or we could select easy, and that will disappear for 4 days. But it's a new card, so we'll just put good. I wish I could memorize everything more easily. Memorize means like try to remember something. Yes, we got it. Let's push good. Easy natural English is amazing. Amazing means like great. Okay, good. So that's the first repetition. But because this is the first day, we have to do them twice. So then we go through it again. I mean, this is just 3 cards, so of course you could remember this easily. But if you added like 10 cards, or maybe even 20 cards, then going through them twice, would not be a bad idea. It would be useful. Okay, so it says here we're finished. So if we now go back to the main page of Anki, where it says decks, you'll see now there's nothing here. That deck is finished. And if we try to click on this, it will say you have finished this deck for now. So there's nothing here. But if we open this up tomorrow, then you will see here where it says due. So due means like need to be done. Where it says due, you will have 3 cards again, because those cards we just selected good. So they will appear again, they will come back again tomorrow. If you had pushed easy on all of them, then they would have disappeared for 4 days and you won't see them again. If you open this up tomorrow, there'll still be nothing there. It will still say you're done for today, you have nothing to do. And then the next day, nothing, next day, nothing. And then you open it up in 4 days and those cards will appear again. So this is, today I've just shown you with 3 cards. But if you imagine that you had many flashcards here, then the cards that are more difficult, you're going to be pushing like hard, or you're going to be pushing fail. So you have 4 options: fail, hard, good, and easy. So if you push fail, it's going to start the card all over again. So back to 2 times and then back to tomorrow. If you push hard, then it's going to make the time very short. If you push good, it's going to give you average time. Easy is going to give you a long time. So if you imagine you had many English words you were trying to remember, this app will arrange them for you. It will sort them for you. So cards that you're telling Anki are difficult are going to come to the top of your pile. You know, this is digital, but if you imagine it was a real pile, the difficult ones would be at the top and the easy ones would be pushed away. So the easy ones would be disappearing and you'll be seeing them in 2 months or 4 months or 5 months or even 1 year. They're being pushed away, and the difficult ones will keep coming back until you remember them. So basically, Anki just doesn't let you forget something, because if you do, then you're going to have to look at it again and again and again until you do remember it. So that's why, like I said, I think this app is so powerful for helping you to remember anything. And I find now when trying to speak Japanese, of course I still forget things, I'm not a robot, but I remember things much, much easier and much more effectively by using this app. So yeah, like I said, I would recommend putting in full sentences so you can understand how to use this word, what is the context of your new word, and how to use the grammar around it. Try to use an English translation, like the English explanation. And maybe add, 5 to 10 words a day. If you, at the beginning, you might think, I have like 50 words I want to remember, which might be okay at first, but if you keep adding too many words, then your repetitions, like the times you have to review cards, is gonna get too many, and you'll open up your deck and you'll have, I know I've made the mistake myself, I got excited, tried to put lots of Japanese words in there. I'd wake up in the morning and need to look at like 300 cards today, which just takes too much time, and then you will give up. So yeah, I think like 5 to 10 new words a day is good. Try to find a balance that will work for you, because remember, your reviews will keep getting more and more and more. And don't forget, you have to open the app every day. If you just open the app when you feel like it, you'll have many cards that will build up, because it will keep going through the system and it will keep adding those words. So you have to open it every day to check which ones you need to do today, otherwise it won't work. So yeah, you can use it for free on your computer. Also, if you have an Android phone, you can download an Android version. It's called Anki Droid, and you can use that for free on your Android phone. If you have an iPhone, it's very expensive. It costs about $30 on the iPhone, so it's a very expensive app. But if you use it for free on your computer, and then you think, wow, this is great, and I want to do this on the train on my way to work, or something else, then you could buy the app. Personally, I think it's worth the money. I have an Android, so for me it's free, but if I had an iPhone, I would buy the app because it's just so useful. So anyway, I hope that has helped you to understand how to use Anki. I've mentioned it in some other episodes before, so people might be wondering how to use it. It is a bit confusing at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it'll be very easy to use and it'll be very useful for you. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section, and I'll answer all of them as best I can, because I want you guys to use Anki because it will really, really help you. So anyway, that's all I have to say today. So thank you all very much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment with anything, even if you just want to comment, wow, thank you. Something simple is okay. And I will see you all back here next time.